take a camera and go shoot a movie. Everybody told us that we can't do it. In Meteora, you can't shoot a movie. We did it. We showed it. I want to say, in a city where we're all waiting, the telephone from the manager, the agent, the guy who promised us that's going to, take us for a coffee, you pick up a camera and you do a movie. And you know something? When you do it with your friends and you do a crazy idea and you do it honestly, this movie is going to mean something. And for me, this movie was showing in the Berlin Film Festival while in Greece they were burning the most historical cinema. And it was one of the most difficult days of my life as one of the most happy days of my life. So for Greeks, okay, we have the Spanakopita crowd, which we will always have them. But it's time to build. We cannot burn anything more else. There's nothing to burn. And we that we live here, or you people filmmakers, go back. Let's create. We don't have, we're already dead.
Yeah, Theo, thank you so much, Theo. This is indeed the direction that you guys definitely, we can see what you guys did, the three of you going out there and filming and shooting no matter what. And the good thing is that there are other filmmakers in Greece that do the same thing. And we're going to have a chance to see a couple more efforts like that in this festival. And I'm so excited that you are all here to talk about this, to talk to us about this. Simaki, would you like to?
I want to thank my colleagues, of course. For me, it was an experience that goes past the page because I had written things before, and it was wonderful to be able to write and collaborate with Spiros and then kind of build from the ground up. Initially, we had a very bold attempt to actually shoot this film in 70 frames, which is actually impossible.
70 shots.
70 shots, sorry. And it kind of explains a little bit the pace. We really wanted things to flow as if you are part of the monastic life.
Sorry, I was laughing because when they told me we're at the table at my house, I'm like, what do you mean? There's not going to be dialogue? Like, what? Oh no, there's not. There's going to be improv. What do you mean? We're going to have like a movie?
Basically, we have 190 words of dialogue in the whole film. So most of the screenplay actually was based on structure and ideas as to how things will flow from one place to the next and how these people would relate. Fortunately, the idea of the animation came a little further down the line and helped us create this super real environment where the monk and the nun could fantasize and could bridge some gaps of impossibility, because obviously monks and nuns don't just meet in the countryside that easy. But what I really enjoyed is actually seeing everything take place and grow from sincerity and hard work. So that was for me the biggest gift at the end.
Thank you, Simaki. I have one quick question that I'm sure a lot of people have about the animation. Somebody like to tell us a little bit about it, how you put it together? It's gorgeous, it's beautiful.
Well, what is actually beautiful is the Greek iconography. As you know, my mother is Colombian and my father is Greek. So I grew up, away from Greece for a long time. I lived 10 years of my childhood away, but I was coming every summer. So I grew up with this nostalgic, poignant feeling for Greece, and every time I went there, I idealized Greece, and Greece for me was, I was extremely nationalistic, to put it that way. And I was always in awe of everything that was going on in Greece, especially in religion, and I saw that the icons that I used to visit when I was a child, because the first time I visited Meteora, I was 7, 8 years old, the icons spoke. They told a story. There were great narrative elements, the icons. So I said it would be very foolish not to use the icons as narrative elements, since this is the universe we are dealing with. So in one icon that is still, you can that doesn't move. I mean, you can see a whole story, right? So I mean, as you see it here, is the whole story happens inside the triptych. We begin with a triptych, we finish with a triptych. Of course, there is some sort of change, but the idea was to communicate the power, that narrative power that the Greek church in Byzantium developed, you know? I mean, we all know that from ancient times, the Greeks in the Greek amphoras used to narrate stories around the amphora, sexual stories, sports stories, and then the process of applying it, we post-produced this movie partly in Los Angeles at Kikos Velarde editing suite. And then we went to Germany, in Berlin, to finish the post-production, and we hired an animating team, German animating team, and then I conveyed them the storyboard and how I wanted everything to look, and then with Asimakis we wrote the content of it.
Great. Thank you so much, Spiro. Now I'm going to open it up to some questions. Go ahead, Robin.
So very beautiful, and it reminded me a little bit of the family of Iconography and taste of pomegranate. So the original is an actual, it's an original triptych that we're seeing that you use as the background for the animation. The first image we see is an actual icon that closes with that and everything else.
Yeah.
And were you shooting natural light in the exterior?
I never use artificial light to shoot.
Very beautiful. And so when the script, must not have been a long script.
190 words, I heard, right?
Not just the first one, I mean, like the script for a silent film.
Yeah, well, actually, I mean, what we wanted to make with Asimakis in terms of the screenplay was, or in terms of the production itself, is the following thing: is, I mean, if you go ahead and you take the same steps to do a movie, you're always going to get the same results. So we wanted to get different results. So what we did is that we combined the classical pre-production, production, and post-production into one. So we were constantly pre-producing, to say, producing and post-producing. So we were going back and forth between those modes. So we came to a result that for all of us was what we were expecting in terms of the innovation that we were looking for.
And as you understand, that can drive, you know, because I was a producer with them, but I was an actor too. I was like, come on, what we have to say, we have to do. But then, what saved me and we started shooting was like, when you're in love, and for me this film is about love, you don't know what to say. Everything is a lie. Whatever comes out of your mouth is to hide. And when, even if you say I love you, it's not enough. It's just 4 letters. It's not. So for me, yeah, I think that's how that movie should, like we if you do a eulogy for love, you don't need many words. Great.
Back there was a question right there. Yes? Go ahead.
Yes.
Very nice job. Thank you for sharing it with all of us. I have a question with respect to how you were able to get into Meteora and if they, the monks, knew of your screenplay and what your goal was with this movie when they allowed you to go in and shoot.
Yeah, nothing.
Share
Yeah, I'll
wanna
start.
start, or-
Yeah. Yeah, so this is kind of a part of movie magic. Nothing was actually, that you saw in this film is in the holy area of Meteora. It was, we had a lot of recreations. In fact, you know, Theo's cell was in southern Greece. Some of the landscapes, you know, were not there. And we managed, though, to imbue the whole film with the feel of Meteora because obviously, you know, their life is very private and, you know, you can't really interrupt the monastic life. But I feel we did a great job in recreating some of that. And, you know, people most of the times really think that, wow, you know, this, they basically were real monks, you know, and, but that is not the case.
Right, but I think the more, what I'm really trying to get at with my question was anyone who's in charge of these monasteries or churches understanding what your goal was with the storyline of this film?
I'll tell you what the priest said was in the liturgy, which is a real liturgy.
Yeah.
Nobody knew we were doing a film. I asked him one night, and I said, is it a sin? I don't believe it's a sin, but like, I don't know, I was affected by it. And he looked at me and said, my son, if God wants this movie to get made, it's gonna get made. If he doesn't, it won't. So, I'm not gonna ask permission from any human to do like something that, if God didn't want me to do the movie, I would have fallen from that thing that he made me walk 10 times up and down, and you can't even see me, and I wanted to kill him for the movie. So, yeah. We ask permission from God. No.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, he was a real shepherd. He thought. No. No, it was the accent.
He was speaking with an accent from northern Greece, but he was Greek, yes. Yeah.
No, in the northern part.
Yeah, that particular man, no. But yes, no, not that particular one.
Go ahead, please.